I see. There we go. There you go. Okay. No, I was on YouTube. My fault, y'all. Thank you. I fixed it. My bad. I didn't have a mic plugged in. But anyway, so there was no I know I need that shit. There is no propaganda machine that goes against the nuclear family. There isn't one. And if you think there is, then you don't know what propaganda is. If you think there is a propaganda campaign railing against a nuclear family, then you don't know what propaganda is. There is no campaign. Who is waging it? If you think there's a propaganda campaign, if you think women stop believing in this because of some fucking entity, I don't know, some organization that wants to see women not want this, what is the organization? This is what I need from you. If you believe this is true, I need for you to tell us what is the organization, right? What are they saying? And what is the purpose? Why would they want this to not be true? That's what I want to know. Yeah, they're gonna say feminism, but you gotta name an organization. You have to tell me, because listen to what I'm saying. When men talk about, I just got over being sick. I've been sick for like fucking a week. My audio is echoing. Is everybody else hearing the echo? Left this audio? Oh, okay, hold on. So something's wrong with the audio now. Damn it. It's always something over here. Always something with my audio or something on YouTube's. Let's plug that back up. Hopefully that made it better. No, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. So anyways, that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. It's not y'all, it's me. Sounds like I'm in an empty room. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What I need to do is rest. That's what I need, but I'm here. Don't worry. We in the house.
Yo.
Hello?
Me and my kid's sick too, so excuse the coughing in the background and excuse my voice as well. We all sick in this bitch.
Are my headphones connected? Let me see.
Can you hear me?
Nope. All right, hold on.
Can y'all hear me in the comments? Hooty-hoo. Oh, y'all can hear me, but he can't.
Yeah, it's because I didn't have my headphones on.
Y'all anyway. No, I said I'm sick and my kid is too, so ignore the coughing in the background. But yeah, I'm glad you brought this up because I've been dying to talk about it. The propaganda is actually it's the opposite. Like they said that there was propaganda that convinced women that this is oppressive, but there was actually a lot of propaganda to convince women that it wasn't in the first place. So I feel like they got this meme completely backwards. Like there was a whole propaganda campaign to convince women that this wasn't oppressive because it always was. It was always from its inception. It was always meant to be oppressive for women. Like this cookie cutter family, nuclear family situation. It was literally always built to be oppressive for women. So they had to create a lot of propaganda to convince us that it wasn't. So now they're trying to convince us that there was propaganda to convince us that it is. I'm confused.
Yeah, because they don't. The point is that Taylor Swift. The point.
No, is shut the fuck
up. Okay. It's just like a white woman singing. I don't know. The reason why well, I ain't saying nothing. I just was asking. The reason why the men are trying to flip it around though is because they don't want to take accountability for, like, men ruined this. Like, men set women up for this, forced them into this situation, and then ruined it. And it was always bad for the women to begin with, mind you, like you said. But they also like ruined it for women and for themselves. And instead of them reconciling and dealing with that and reckoning with that, they're going, "Oh, it's propaganda. It couldn't be us. It couldn't be our behaviors that destroyed this this image or whatever the hell, this idea." It's not that. It must be a propaganda campaign out there. But again, I don't mind y'all saying it's a propaganda campaign. I don't mind y'all saying that. I just want you to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can prove where the propaganda is coming from to convince women that this is a good idea. Disney, TV, the Cosbys, I can keep going, many and plenty examples of, of this situation, right? Being played out in media. But show me how in reverse, you know what I'm saying? Like who is campaigning against this? Where is it at? And for what reason? That's all I want to know. That's it. Let's make it simple.
Yeah, I would love for them to come up and try to, because I know that they are sharing this. They believe in it. Most men, when they see this, they'll be like, yep. But like when you ask them to actually explain it, I would just love to hear what they have to say, because I can't think of one thing that is actually doing what they claim this is doing. Like I can't think, like you said, an organization. I can't think of a person. Well, I guess individually, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can think of people. But, absolutely. Yeah. Put me on the list.
And maybe that's what they, like I'm at the top of them. But maybe that's what they're thinking about. Like that's what they're calling propaganda. And y'all obviously don't know what propaganda is, because little old me saying something isn't propaganda.
And the question would be, you can echo, a propagandist, right? But the question will become, Shan, where did you get the information? You know what I'm saying? Like who put the battery in your back? And that's what I'm saying. It's like, all right, cool. So Shan pushing the propaganda to, okay, where's the source then? Because she didn't invent it. See what I'm saying? I didn't come up with this. I'm not the one who invented it. Women were saying this way before both of us. So who invented it? Who came up with it? For what reason? You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. Tell us. Point to it. Let us know. Because I don't think I keep seeing.
Also, let's not act like it's women mostly that's walking around here talking about, oh no, marriage ain't gonna benefit me, or I'm not getting married. Nobody about to take half of my money, or like the main people that talk about not wanting to be married and not wanting to get married are men. The main ones that every time it's time to talk about marriage, they immediately jump to divorce. Those are men. So what are y'all talking about? Like apparently y'all think marriage is so oppressive for men, and y'all tell us every chance you get. So what are we talking about?
I don't know. A lot of women think marriage and family is oppressive. Yeah, that's the point. A lot of women don't think marriage is.
For a lot of women,
I was gonna say they don't think it's oppressive. They know it's oppressive. That's what I'm saying. So
like women know and men lie about it being that. Like women know that it can be very oppressive for us, while y'all lie about it being oppressive for y'all.
Go ahead, Deshaun.
Yeah, a lot of women today, they do believe that this is a form of oppression, because it's such a limitation to a lot of our experiences. Even though it does benefit us in a positive way, a lot of women feel like it benefits the male and the female in a positive way, marriage and family.
How?
All the time.
How does it benefit the woman? Like, and not, look, here's what I want. Name something quantifiable, something that we can measure. How does it benefit?
Well, if you do it properly, I think that if you manage,
hold on. I hate when y'all do that. I'm sorry. I be wanting y'all to finish, but no caveats, because you just said marriage benefits both men and women. That is a general statement, meaning marriage in general, most of the time, benefits women, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm asking you, since you made that statement, tell us how, right, in a measurable way, that it benefits women.
It benefits women and their purity, their sense of purity and their.
Did you hear what I just asked you? Name a quantifiable.
What does that mean? Tell me what that means.
Okay, I got you. Okay, cool. Because what you're saying would be completely subjective. It benefits their purity. Already weird, but let's back it up. So if I said marriage benefits men, I would say, yeah, married men make more money than single men. It's quantifiable, right? We can measure that.
Okay.
Cool. Now do that for women.
Yeah, it's the same for them.
It's not. Married women make less money than single women.
Well, some do, some don't.
No, hold on. See? You are making a general statement. You are saying that marriage in general benefits women in general. Most marriages benefit most women. Not some marriages benefit some women. I agree. Some marriages benefit some women. But marriage as an institution, for your statement to be true, has to benefit most women.
So
and it doesn't.
Does the benefit has to be financial?
That's just one. That's just one. Keep going.
Yeah, well, it's health.
It doesn't.
Health is.
They're not healthy. They're not healthy.
You should say.
Go ahead, Sharon.
I said no. It doesn't have to be financial. It could be anything quantifiable. Anything that we could measure. That's the only caveat he gave.
Well, I mean, it would be health and wealth, and
it's not
education.
It doesn't.
What?
See, you're just saying stuff. Health and wealth. I literally just debunked the whole wealth thing because they're not wealthier, right? And then, secondly, they're not healthier. Also,
okay. So I really came to just answer the prompt, really.
I mean, you're trying to answer it right now. That's what I'm saying, and it's not.
So I answered the prompt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it. That's all I came up here for.
You haven't answered the prompt.
I did.
No, you haven't.
I did. What did I say when I first came up here?
You said that women they think that marriage is oppressive or families are oppressive. They are oppressive to women. And now I'm challenging that theory, right? Because you said that marriages benefit both men and women. And you can't answer that.
How could that be true if women submit to marriage and they want to be married?
You don't submit to marriage. You don't submit to marriage.
If man and woman submit to being married.
You don't submit to marriage. That's not, the English language doesn't allow that to be.
It is a form of submission.
It's not. What is submission? What's by definition? What is it?
What do you mean? That's something that you accept.
No, that's not what submission is.
Okay, I don't care to be politically correct. You understand what I'm saying?
Politically correct or just literally correct?
Politically correct, because that's what you're trying to do. I don't care.
It's not about.
You understand what I'm saying?
I don't. I promise you I don't. That's why words matter. You're not making sense.
Okay, so if the man and the woman join, and the woman join to agree to be married, how is it oppressive to her? She chose it.
She chose to be oppressive.
She chose the marriage.
Or she chose to be married, and during the marriage, she found out it was oppressive. Because I didn't know.
That's possible. That's possible.
Right? You didn't choose to get cheated on. You know what I'm saying? Like you chose to be with your partner. They cheated on you. You didn't know.
Right.
Or like we choose to go to work every day, but capitalism is oppressive. Right?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not here to say that all marriages are bad for all women, right? Because in reality, it's not the marriage that's bad, it's the relationship, correct?
Yeah.
And in some cases, the institution of marriage can hurt women, right? Like in Kentucky, how the women can't leave unless they're, the default is 50-50 custody for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that could hurt the child, that could hurt the woman. Okay, cool. But I'm just saying, I'll even like remove that from the scenario because, most states aren't doing it. Okay, cool. So the institution of marriage in and of itself isn't actually the problem. It's what happens is that when a man and a woman get married, the rate of abuse goes up because the woman, in most cases, there's so many things that come along with it, but it's like the woman becomes more reliant on the man financially. The embarrassment of the social pressure of remaining in the relationship goes up. So she doesn't want to get divorced. Her hiding her scars and all, all of that stuff is intensified in a marriage. So the marriage ends up becoming very, very, very oppressive to the woman because of how the man is treating her, not necessarily strictly because of the institution of marriage. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're speaking to a specific amount of people. Not everybody experienced that. Not all poor people experience that. So
I didn't say all. I'm speaking to most.
Okay.
I'm not talking about all. Again, I'm being very clear. It's like you're doing everything to get away from what I'm saying. I'm not speaking in extremes.
No, sir. I'm just stating that, we're going to experience bad, we're going to experience difficult situations. We're going to experience good situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is.
That's not just what it is.
Do you expect for every man and every woman to wait until they are financially and healthy and mentally successful to marry? Like, that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah, that would be stupid. That's why I'm not speaking in absolutes.
So we would never really have the success that we think we want on these lives.
What are you talking about?
The way,
like, what is that? What is that? What do you think I'm saying? Because I don't think that. I think you're just making up stuff in your head. Because I didn't say anything.
I might. Sometimes it gets to that point, but the way that these lives are set up for us to understand relationships, it's like y'all want perfection. We're never going to receive that.
Okay, so you think that me simply acknowledging the fact that women are abused in the majority of marriages is me asking for perfection. You're just saying, essentially, I just want you to know what you're saying is every woman who's in a marriage should expect a certain level of abuse.
No, man,
right?
That's wrong. That's bad.
Okay, then what are you saying then? Because all I'm saying is that the women are being abused, and I think that we should, as men, we should not put women in a position where they should expect to be abused. So what are you saying?
I would say the same thing, but I would say, it also the men too. We some men witness abuse too. So, why
are you doing everything but accepting that this isn't about
that? I said that.
You're not. You're moving around. You're already trying to obfuscate by doing it. It goes both ways. And some men, the vast majority of men don't experience abuse in a relationship, brother. The vast majority of women do. So let's stick to that. I'm not speaking in absolute.
I can't. Some men get abused. That is correct. That's correct.
Some men get abused. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some men do. Mm-hmm. There's no denying that. But let's stick to the vast majority. The masses and not the asses. That's all I'm doing. And if you care about women, right? Then and you care about children, then the conversation we should be having is always about men correcting their behavior.
Right.
Right? Not about, let's point to the extremes. Let's point to the few men that aren't being terrible. Let's point to the few men that are being abused. Like, I acknowledge that there are there's a group of men that are treating their women fine, correctly. Right. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. but most men aren't. Most men fail
Yeah.
at some point in time. That's it. That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
the reason why women know that this is oppressive is because this woman, because when the setting of this picture looks like what year, what decade would you guess?
Yeah, that like 1970s.
No, 50s.
Okay.
Yeah, those dresses, that shirt, it's the 50s. That haircut, that hairdo, that's the 50s, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So those are, my granny was married in the 50s. My great granny was married in the 30s and 40s, so around this time. These women, this woman that's smiling in this picture are the same women that was telling Shan and her generation, this is bullshit, this ain't real.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's where it came from. These women told these women, don't fall for it. That ain't propaganda. That's straight from the horse's mouth, the proverbial horse's mouth.
So that's like all of the abuse and all of the negative situations going on that you don't see.
Yeah, my granny was abused by my granddaddy. Go ahead, Shan.
If you're paying attention, you see, because I was just about to say, yes, it was straight from the horse's mouth and what they told us, but y'all also forget, or some men seem to forget, that like we were all there. Like, as young women, as young girls, we were there. Like, it doesn't matter what propaganda you show. You can take a cute picture and act like this is some Leave It to Beaver situation, but in the house, when you close those doors, those kids are there too. They hear the yelling and screaming. They hear the arguing. They see Pappy coming home all times of night. They see them kids down the street that look just like them. They see mama crying at night all the time. You know what I mean? Like, those kids are there. And if you're perceptive, if you're paying attention, you start to put two and two together that, like, a lot of times they're like, oh, these bitter old women ruined marriage for the younger women. No, they watch what their fathers and grandfathers did to their mothers and grandmothers, and they didn't want that for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's correct. I couldn't disagree.
Are you married, Deshaun?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We a lot of relationships before marriage sometimes experience the bad stuff, but a lot of those relationships learn from those bad things and they become great things. I've experienced some bad things in my relationship, but it grew to great things. So
what do you mean you experienced? Wait. What do you mean you experienced some bad things? Were you the bad thing?
Yeah.
Or were you put through the bad thing? See,
no,
you didn't experience bad things. You were the bad thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't like
your wife experienced the bad thing. You didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't experience the bad. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So why do we gotta put our wives and our girlfriends through fucking the ringer and then be like, hey, are we stronger for it? This is what I want to tell you. You're never stronger after you weaken the relationship.
Right.
Relationships aren't like broken bones. How they say bones heal up stronger. Relationships don't. It's always.
I was the broken bone, man, and I had to.
No. You broke the bone. You broke her bone, her proverbial bone. You weren't the broken bone. You broke the bone.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much. But it's still strong. It gets better, and I wouldn't change for anything. And I doubt she would either. Because I
think she would. And if you mean to tell me you think if you never ever harmed your wife in any way, you think your relationship would be weaker or stronger now?
It would be stronger.
Exactly. Yeah. If you never harmed her, your relationship would be stronger now.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I know, I've done it. I don't want to leave you out there on a limb. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So saying that if you could do it all over again, you wouldn't do anything different, that's crazy. I don't never want to hurt my wife. If I could do it all over again, I would never hurt my wife. Like never.
Yeah.
I
would say that.
Straight
I know
there.
Exactly what you mean. I say that all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'm gonna drop down, man. I appreciate the time up here.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely would do things differently, I think. Like, you wouldn't change a thing. It's crazy if you could change not hurting her.
I mean, I think that's fair, though. I think that a lot of men never, ever have to think about any of this shit in any kind of like deep or meaningful way. So sometimes we just gotta meet them where they are. And if, I would never say that about my wife, or I would never say that about my mom, is where we gotta like find the weak point to like explain feminist theory, like third wave, second wave, explain where men could be and what they want for their sons, for sure. Like if we could get there through those like little like weak points, I think we should acknowledge it, because it's not fair. It is not even a little bit fair, as a person who's been through a lot of therapy, to pretend anybody we meet out in public is a person who is in any way prepared for almost any shit they've encountered. Like, they're as prepared as their parents could have gotten them. But I'm not saying we should just like accept wherever anybody says they are. I think it's fair, though, to acknowledge that some people might be here and they want to be better. Like, I was in here the other day and there was that guy who's probably lying. Who's probably lying about like colored capital. but if there is a dude who's out there who's genuine, who's like trying to do a similar thing, like, there is a level of a thing where men are not prepared through any kind of socialization or conditioning to understand the level of an emotional thing women can see through the way they respond to shit, like being angry at us or any kind of other thing.
I'm sorry, that sounds like more of the same to me. Like, I think you're describing what we've always done. Like, that's not anything new. That's not anything different. It's not anything revolutionary.
I think it's important to remember there's still a handful of those people. They're not the norm. You don't ever find them. They're super rare. Sorry, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, please let her finish. Go ahead, Jen.
Thank you. I think like I said, what you're saying is meet them where they are, and that's what we've always done. And I think we did that way too damn long, way too long, to our detriment. And now it's not up to women anymore to like meet men where they are. It's up to men to get to where we are. Like, get up here, or like, instead of meeting them where they are, we need to leave them where they are. Because we've spent so much time, like, that is honestly more of the same. That's more coddling. They are full, capable, sentient beings just like we are. And this whole idea that like, they're doing the best they can with what they got. Well, so are we. And yet we've never had the excuse to treat them the way they have treated us for centuries. So in 2025, we are not going to continue to meet men where they are. They need to come to where we are, or they need to be left behind. Like, enough of this shit. Like, no disrespect to you, but enough of that.
Yeah,
you are super fair. I've had to reevaluate a bunch of stuff because I now am the parent to a son. But my kid has been hearing a thing from before I knew I had a son about the thing.
Real quick, y'all. Let me is it LJ? LJ, go ahead, brother. You were saying something in the comments. I think that was a good question. Ask that question again.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My name's Elijah.
Elijah. I just read the Y right now. I don't know what the fuck. Got you.
Yeah, it's just spelled weird. But
no, you got it.
I think I'd asked why is it that it seems like men with emotional intelligence aren't appreciated until like later on, until after dealing with certain interactions that I'm seeing kind of like a common trend with.
Like what? Can you give me an example? Like what? Give me an example.
Yeah, keep trying with these men that just like clearly don't want to understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like even the guy you just had on, I just kind of caught the tail end of it, but it's like, he's like, you had to kind of connect that for him. Like you wouldn't do anything differently if you could go back and like not hurt the woman you say you love. So, I don't know. It just seems like kind of fall out. Like even someone I was with, she seemed like she had kind of a pattern of dealing with somebody that was of the same kind of mold. And then trying to talk to her about certain things, it's like she wanted me to tell her I loved her really early on. And I'm like, I haven't even really gotten a chance to show you that first. And it's kind of like, oh, well, so I know she has some stuff with her parents too, but I'm just saying, like, it just seems like it's kind of boring. And I've even had women tell me that like stable relationships and stuff like that are boring. So I don't know. I don't understand this.
Could you just be boring? Like it could be you. It couldn't be the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general. Like I've asked women, not pertaining to me, not women I'm dealing with. I've had coworkers. A coworker just told me like 2 days ago, yeah, stable relationships are boring. I'm not dealing with her in any romantic capacity. So I've heard other instances of this as well. So I guess I'm just saying, why strive with a man that's like,
do you think you think that's most women?
No, absolutely not. But I'm just saying,
okay.
There's definitely
there is a subset of women and people that thrive on toxicity, right? I agree, but the statement you made again was a general statement, as if most women don't appreciate men who have a high emotional intelligence. See what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, but my question is asking because I do see a trend of it. So I'm not saying it's all women or most women, but there is enough of it where it's like, even on TikTok recently, there was a trend of like women saying they married the perfect husband. He did everything right, but they weren't happy. So I guess I was just asking to get an understanding.
You think those are the same things?
Think what are the same things?
You think a woman like Ayesha Curry, that's the poster child for this discussion. You think Ayesha Curry is addicted to toxicity? They muted you because you got an echo. I don't know why you got an echo, but you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. But
you're good.
I'm not like really following Ayesha Curry closely, so I can't really speak on her as an individual. But I've there's been like multiple women I've known and they've admitted like, yeah, you kind of just grow out of it, or it's exciting, or it's like the not caring thing that just seems like a turn on.
How old are these women?
Usually between like mid-20s to early 30s.
Man.
So, I mean, my age group, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still young, so I'm not trying to make it seem like it's all women. I'm just asking to get a understanding in terms of like.
I don't think it's a lot of women. That's what I'm saying. This is what I always suggest when it's like a very small group of people, which I believe what you're saying would apply to a very small group of women. If you find yourself, I got to mute you. You got a lot of echo. You're good. If you find yourself in constantly being in relationships or meeting women who don't appreciate emotionally intelligent men, that is definitely a you problem, not a them problem. You are seeking those women out. There's some, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe you are what you attract or whatever. I don't believe in that corny shit. I think though you like those women. I think you want to change those women. I think there's something in you that you want to, maybe they're more physically attracted. I don't know, but you are attracted to those women and you don't have to be attracted to those women. That is definitely a you thing. I've never in my life met one woman that has ever said to me that I like, no, I'm sorry, I did. I ain't gonna say who it is, she's close to me though. She said that she likes a little toxicity or something, or she likes something, she said whatever. She was like 20 years old and I was like, I can see a fucking 20-year-old, I'm a grown ass man, she's like one of my family members. And she had said that, and I'm like, okay. Like that's why I asked what age. Like I expect like a 20-year-old woman to say that or a 20-year-old girl to say that. You a 30 or a 25? Like, come on, bro. Like they not. That shit is hard to find.
these aren't women I'm dealing with. Like somebody said, they tell you whatever it takes to get them away from you. These aren't women I'm pursuing. Like I said, a coworker just told me this earlier this week. I have no interest in her. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not generalizing, but I was asking because I do see a trend of it. And I have seen multiple women say this across the board, women that I'm not even dealing with. They're just, I see them posting their perspective. So it's not necessarily like I'm pursuing them, but what I am saying is I'm sitting back and watching stuff. So I'm just trying to gain understanding. I don't understand why it's kind of like somebody saying, oh, they're telling you or whatever. These aren't not necessarily. I'm not pursuing you.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. I wanted BBG to go. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, those women definitely are still avoiding you. Like when you have coworkers that are telling you like, no, I need a man that's a little more toxic or a little more, anytime women are saying stuff like that, for one, it's usually sarcasm. And a lot of men, for some odd reason, when it comes to women, they struggle very deeply with understanding the sarcasm of women. But also there is a level of women do like assertiveness. Women do like, I don't want to say aggression, but they for sure like a man who's sure of himself. The only sad reality is men don't know how to do that and be that without being that 24/7. When she say that she that she likes aggressiveness in the bedroom, men translate that as, oh, she like to be choked in the bed. And if she does something wrong, I should also choke her then. Like I should choke her because I asked her for dinner a specific way and she didn't cook it and it wasn't hot. So, okay, she like being choked in the bedroom. Let me choke her here. Or, she like her booty smacked a little bit. Let me also smack her face when she does the thing that I don't like. And I think it's very odd because you can women understand the level of duality that I think that that men get very, very confused by. Because when it comes to trying to quote unquote be the good guy, they don't know how to actually be that without it being a mask. So every time a woman gives him an instruction, he's taking it literal. So that instruction translates to everything that y'all do. Every aspect of the relationship translates as, oh, she wants me to be spontaneous, not bring her flowers, not bring her candy, not take her, on a trip where you go to a vineyard or, you find a beautiful picnic area in the woods. It's always, let me go out and buy this car that we can't afford. Let me go, she ain't never mentioned a bag. She ain't never talked about no bag, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy her this very expensive bag because she likes spontaneity. Or, I'm gonna quit my job. It's always these things that's very odd and don't connect together because they think that women like that level of toxicity when really they just like the idea of being with somebody who is consistently thinking about them, who has the ability to be able to be like, when you're tired, you like the idea of a man that's telling you, look, hey, you need to sit down. You need to sit down. You have been doing too much. You have been working too much. Me and these kids can figure out, I will figure out dinner. I will do this. I will get this done. But right now you need to sit down. Instead, men want to tell women to sit down when it's time for them to go out with their friends. They want to tell them what to wear. They want to tell them where to go, what to do. And they confuse that with, oh, she must like a toxic man. No, she doesn't actually. If she's telling you that she likes a toxic man and you feel like you're a good guy, for sure she's telling you that as repellent. That's what she's telling you that as like a roach spray tactic where she feels like, girl, he gonna try and talk to me. Oh no, I prefer toxic men. I don't really like the good guys who,
I want to let Elijah respond. Go ahead, Elijah, because he was saying some stuff in the comments. I don't even know if he's listening to you.
I appreciate your perspective. I thank you for that. No, I was just saying because I think some of the comments you're saying, like, these aren't women, again, I'm just like listening. These aren't women I'm actively dealing with, pursuing in any capacity. And somebody said, why don't I shut her down? She's a coworker. If you shoot your shot and I just kind of breeze over it and she acknowledges I ignored it, I'm not trying to make things awkward in the workplace. I'm just trying to keep it pushing. So it wasn't a thing where it's like I need to pull her to the side and say, hey, it's like she's a cool person. Keep it moving, keep it professional. That's it. I'm not sure why, like, some of the condescending comments and stuff. But I think it was BPG. I think you was just the things you were just saying make sense. So from that perspective, I think that it makes sense.
I think the other part that like maybe y'all don't think about or hear, sometimes y'all are, and I think like Public was trying to touch on this. Sometimes y'all are boring. Like sometimes it's not that like women really want a toxic man or she wants a bad boy, or sometimes what y'all put in y'all mind as like I'm the good guy or like I'm one of the good guys is because like you don't commit crimes or like, you know what I mean? Like you don't cheat on her, you don't smack her around, but you're literally a lump on a log. Like you feel like, oh, and honestly, I think the same thing about, you know what, never mind, I'm not even gonna take it there. But when it comes to y'all acting like just because you don't smack women around or cheat or you don't, sell smugs or, you don't do this just outrageous stuff that you're like one of the good guys when really you have a lot of other issues about you and you're also just a boring person. Like there's nothing interesting about you. Like you sound like, and I'm not talking about you specifically, Elijah, but like you sound like the guy from the Clear Eyes commercial. Like you never want to do anything fun. You're not spontaneous. You're not adventurous. Like you are just genuinely boring. And sometimes women correlate the men who are just like have more exciting lives, meaning sometimes they, do the wrong shit. They see that as more exciting sometimes because the men who are opposite of that are genuinely boring because y'all think that being a good guy means that you have to be boring. It means that you don't do anything fun. You don't do anything exciting. And you rest on the fact that, like, I'm not a bad guy, so that should be good enough. No, I'm bored.
I also want to say something, too. I don't know. I think that, damn, how do I say this? Do you think you're an emotionally intelligent man, Elijah? Out of curiosity? Or are you just asking on behalf of emotionally intelligent men?
Yes, I think I have some degree of emotional intelligence.
Okay. And what makes you think that?
Because I have self-awareness and I'm able to see how my actions affect others. I'm able to correct. I would say stuff like that, being able to put myself in other people's shoes, empathy. I'm not saying in every situation I put myself in somebody's shoes, but I'm saying generally speaking, I'm not a callous person because I saw that facial expression. But then I think being able to recognize when I do something, to be able to have the self-awareness to change without somebody prompting me, to be able to reflect on my past actions and not have it to be somebody like constantly bringing an issue to me. I'm not saying I'm like got the full package, but I'm just
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not looking for perfection. I was just. I think the reason why is because I think that this conversation, in and of itself, makes me doubt the emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I'm emotionally intelligent. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, I think like not being able, because you said you have empathy, so not being able, and your other comments about the women who are with the good guys and they're still not happy, like things like that makes me think you actually don't have a good amount of emotional intelligence and that you lack a ton of self-awareness, because also a thing that makes me think you don't have emotional intelligence is because you're not listening when other people are talking. Like right now, like how you're in the comments, you can't read, type, and listen. I know that for sure. So there's a lot of things that I don't think I think it's what Shan said. I think you just think like, because you don't yell and you don't throw stuff across the room, that you have some level of emotional intelligence, but I'm not seeing it personally. I'm seeing like the opposite of that, but that could be me though. That could just be me. Let me read this real quick and then I'm gonna let you go. Anastasia said, my mother told me that men are about 10 years behind mentally compared to women. Could show why many go for teenagers or young women. Either way, get a grip and grow already. That's facts. All right, go ahead, Elijah. I'm listening.
Yeah, I was listening. I think all the points that were made from everybody speaking was valid. I was just curious. I'm not actively dating, but like I said, I was just trying to get, because I've heard multiple perspectives and I've heard some that were slightly different from the others that I heard. So I was just curious. I wasn't trying to like paint a generalized picture or anything like that. So I'm not sure what the multitasking has to do with like the lack of emotional intelligence. I think everybody made sense. So I don't know why there's.
Well, we're just saying, it's like if somebody is doing something that makes it hard for them to listen to you while you're talking, then it's safe to assume that they're not listening to you. That's all we're saying. And you sound like you're driving.
No, I'm sitting still, so I'm parked. But,
okay. Well, the driving part I didn't care about, but I was like, damn, you driving, texting, and talking. But yeah.
No, that's.
I don't know where's the background noise coming from? Why is it echo?
I'm sorry, because I have the car on, but I'm parked. But Virtue said what parts made sense, like not being able to turn the assertiveness off. That makes sense because you might be able to like, you might take that over just complete passivity or what's perceived as passivity, other things like that. But again, I think the points that were made were good. I was just curious. People were saying like, I'm speaking about a specific woman. I'm not actively dating right now, so I don't know how that's. Some of these women are shooting their shot at me, but again, I was just asking to get clarity, which I received.
I hear you. Go ahead. What up, Therese?
Hey, I would say that men destroyed the nuclear family by creating it. Because this was not a circumstance which we were ever involved in, we being women, ever partook in voluntarily and were not involved in creating. How they got us into it is they literally cut off every other way by which we were able to sustain ourselves and our children. They made it like during the time in the transition to capitalism in Europe, it was illegal for women to live alone. You couldn't be members at a certain point. They made it illegal to be members of any of the guilds, which were the predecessors to the unions, and that continued up until the 20th century. When you hear women of the past speak about, like, we have diaries, journals, and novels and all these kinds of things written by women talking about like marching in towards marriage as if they're going to the gallows. They asked 19th century women in England why they're not married. And probably many of you have seen this because it's gone viral a couple of times. And their responses, like in 1880 or something, the responses were brutal.
Hilarious.
Like one woman said something, why am I not married? Because I don't need another pet.
Yep.
Like, she said it very, like, the language was much more flowery and like poetic, but so we didn't pick this willingly. We were forced into it, first thing. And the second thing is the modern iteration of the nuclear family, the one that conservative and religious men and so many Black men on this app are pining for, that is an image from the 1950s. And that image was weaponized in the fight against communism. The Federal Civil Defense Administration and Madison Avenue teamed up and created this massive propaganda campaign to get women back into the home, because quiet as it's kept, women liked working. For the second time, we had a Second World War where women were galvanized into the workforce, and we didn't want to go back. It was harder to get us back into the household of the private sphere than it was after the First World War, because it had a whole new generation of women who were like, yeah, I like having my own money. I was a foreman at this plant for like 3 years during the war, and I really liked working. More married women worked after the war than worked before the war. That's another stat a lot of people don't know. Women liked having their own money, having their own resources, having control of their own lives. So this family structure, it never should have been created. It always had a clock on it, because it never made women happy. It never kept women safe, and it was never freely entered into by women.
Yep. And it was never going to be attainable within capitalism, because the capitalists were going to eventually steal all of our wages anyway, which they did, and they made it impossible for a man to provide, and inflation and all that stuff. So,
and the point of it was so that they could work that wage earner as much as they wanted to, and they could constantly produce more workers. because they needed women to devote all of our time and energy to the reproduction of the labor force. So they would always have more labor so they could work the man to death, exploit him in the factory or whatever, in the workplace, and then give him someone to exploit at home.
Mm-hmm.
So like trickle down exploitation.
Yeah.
Can I ask what you just said?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you want to go to your new person first.
I want to go to Vanity and Joy. I just want to make sure everybody get a chance to talk before we, I want to open up the panel to everybody again. That's okay. Go ahead, Vanity.
Right, so right quick, the nuclear family is radioactive. So let's just scrap that. But I came up for the boring thing, right? Because I'm hearing a lot of men complaining, saying like, women think we're boring now and stuff. Pop, have you ever listened to yourself speak?
All the time.
See how you got vocal inflection and you got like, a little bit of zhuzh to your voice?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all these new crop of men have NPC voice. They come out of the woodwork and they get real monotone and everything because look how deliberate and, controlled and stoic I am and everything. And, because I am logical, I take my everything from Spock and everything. And, the thing about the body is symbiotic, right? So like sometimes if you're feeling really sad, they tell you to force a smile for a while. And then your brain says, hey, I think I'm happy, and kicks in some dopamine or whatever. And then all of a sudden you're happy. But there's so many of these men, right? And they're out there. And it's like, I don't know. It's like after like mid-millennial, everybody just lost all ability to like use their vocal cords and express themselves in a way that is a little bit interesting. Some highs, some lows, some breaths, some pauses, whatever the case may be. It is one long, drawn out, really monotone, robotic way of speaking and everything like that. And when they're doing it and everything like that, you completely check out. And if every time I have to interact with you, I am forced to check out because you are at one tone, one pace the whole entire time, and I hope you ain't stroking like that because that would explain why everybody's seeing virgins. But if you have absolutely no inflection, no flavor, no variety to the way you express yourself, yes, everybody's going to think you're boring. So, men, you're not Spock. Stop it.
You know what I was going to ask you? And beyond that, what about like, I personally just think men are boring because they don't be talking about men. That's usually my thing. The voice stuff is also weird to me because I have noticed that a lot. And they like literally will be like, they do that with me. Like you said, it's funny because they do that with me all the time. They be like, look at how we talking. I'm like, yeah, because you can be, I don't know why you think like that's a bad thing to be excited about some or to, whatever the case may be, right? But like, I'm more on the like, oh, y'all just don't be talking about nothing. Like when I listen, it's like they start off with this like big idea, right? And I'm saying, to appear like it's deep, right? And then when you start to, you're like, okay, let's talk about it. And then you want to interrogate it and you want to have the conversation and you start peeling it back. You see quickly that they don't even understand what they're talking about. And I also think that in most cases, it's an ulterior motive to that. Like so I think that most of the time men aren't used to people interrogating their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what it is a lot of times. It's like they say stuff because they're used to, especially they're used to talking around men, or they're used to talking around a certain, group of women or whatever even, right? And then they get around people that's like, oh no, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And then they say the thing and then you go, oh yeah, that's it. And then you're expecting to have like this like back and forth. And you see quickly, it's like, they got like like the thing is like infinitely deep, right? But they got like 1-2 levels of the conversation and then they just keep going in a loop. And I'm like, wait, do you even know what the fuck you're talking about? Like, like, what do you even mean? Like, this is stupid as hell. It's really weird. They just speaking a bunch of platitudes and beyond the monotone shit, it's just like platitudes, prescriptive responses. And, they're just reading from a script. And, y'all know I'm big on like the circular logic theory that men have, and I'm just like, yeah, this is weird, man. I see why women don't like you. I see why women don't like us as a group. I see why. That's why I can't really sit like on the live. I can talk to men, but outside of the live, it's hard to talk to men. Like it's hard. Even my male friends, like it's hard to have conversations with them. They're like fucking robots. It's like weird.
I think it's going to be like if he's monotone long enough, you're going to check out. So I think that's the reason why you can be gaslit for so long. You could get the circular argument for so long and not realize that was happening to you because you checked out. Because like that kind of drone, like it's like hypnosis. I went somewhere else. It's like Cal's gonna take me away or something else, because it's really just like that monotone and everything like that. It's like, you know what? I might want to hear the thing that you're saying, however. Like your tone of
make it exciting. Yeah, make it spice it up. Put a little razzle dazzle on it, nigga. God damn.
What Vanity is saying, we've known this forever about them.
Oh, a long time.
She echoed that statement is almost exactly like while I was on mute, I was Googling those Victorian women responses, and one of them said exactly that. Upon closer acquaintanceship, they prove hollow and stale, consisting chiefly of puff. They're boring as fuck. That's the Victorian real. English way of saying they're boring.
That's real. And that's why I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm not even, I don't know. It's odd. It's very odd.
Oh, so I'm going to drop because we have some room for ops, and I got to go because I think there might be an op requesting. All right, have a good night, everyone.
Okay. Let me see. Let's Miss Kiki might have a little bit to say. Is it Joy? Oh, yeah, let Joy go real quick. Go ahead, Joy.
Okay, yeah. So just playing off the back of what Therese said, and then even throwing a little bit of what Vanity said, the men destroyed the nuclear family when creating it, because women traditionally, we need community. We need the emotional support, the mental support that we naturally get from other women in every way, shape, and fashion. Not only when it comes to raising kids, but just living a happy life. We are better when we have other women around us and with us. And so when men basically isolated women into the nuclear family and then did not provide what they were taking away, like Vanity was saying, their communication is poor, or if communication is there, it's not there. And or even with the best man is an average woman. Like we're not journaling together. We're not reading together. We're doing nothing together. They're angry. They're standoffish. They're cold. They're distant. And that ushered in that you've talked about a lot is in the 50s and 60s, all of the medications that women had to use to cope with being alone or being around a 2 and 3 year old all the time and not having any real connection with adults. And that further pushed us away. And so it honestly, it was never really meant to last. And me coming from like a Southern background with a lot of extended families, and now as an adult, like the kids, you don't see the bicycles outside anymore. You don't see a lot of the family reunions and a lot of gatherings. And I think that is due to women not hosting and putting these things on and feeling like, oh, I can go and talk to my sister or talk to my mom or talk to my aunt without saying, oh, you're just looking for an ear to talk to. You just want to tell everybody our business. You just you can't keep it in the house, further isolating us. So we feel like we can't talk to our mom about our problems. We can't talk to our sisters and our cousins and all of these things and actually have a get together so that we can recharge and we can reboost and we can feel better. And men have yet to supplement us for basically creating a situation where we are abandoned by the people who would actually be there, and then abandoning us on the commitments that they said that they would provide because they convinced us that we need to be in a nuclear situation.
Yep, that's fact. Biku said, I medicated myself while married because I couldn't believe how stale and boring he was. God damn, man. That's crazy. Plus you add kids to that, I get it. Go ahead, Kiki.
Hey, they eat me up in the comments.
What's going on? I ain't read none of your comments. I don't know what's happening.
Nothing. I was just speaking on pretty much. I think I don't shift blame. See, when you come down to being emotional, intelligent, and having self-control, no one should be able to move you. You are your own person. So we have to take accountability. I'm not going to blame a man for anything because I already understand that society has already tore us up. So why I'm going to sit up here and blame something that we're both getting wrong? Because if I talk to you correctly, you will answer correctly. But if we don't know how to communicate with one another, how are the men more wrong than the females? I think we're both are, because majority of the females don't even tap into their femininity and know how to lead a man to inspire him to comprehend and submit to her. They too caught up in the world of the men making them submit when you don't even know that you have that much power in your hands. So why would I gonna blame a man when I know I got all of the power in my hand? So I don't have that problem.
I'm gonna let BBG and Shan go. I just want to say something real quick before they go. I completely disagree with pretty much everything you said, but one of the things in particular, when you said that the women don't know how to talk to the men properly, that's a lie. Women know how to communicate with men. Women literally will take days, weeks before they bring up one thing to a man, and that man will still crash out on her because men don't like to take accountability. I'm telling you as a man, without a doubt, like I know I talk to men all the time about this. Men do not, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Women
I got you. I totally understand.
Very good. Women are very good at communicating with me. They have to be. Think about what I'm saying. Women have to be good at communicating with men, but for self-preservation. So I totally disagree with the notion that if we don't know how to communicate with men, of course they gonna respond like that. In theory, I would agree, but in the vast majority of cases, women are very delicate. Women are very empathetic. Women are very patient. I disagree with that. But I'm gonna let Shan. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, that was a lot. I was almost too stunned to speak, but I snapped out of it. Almost, because that was a lot to take in. I don't even know about tapping into femininity. I don't even know what that means. I'm not gonna hold you. But perfect example of what he was just talking about, because yeah, I agree. You can't say that if you communicate correctly, they'll respond correctly. That's absolutely not true. You can't control anything but yourself or anybody but yourself. And you kind of started your statement with that, but then kind of contradicted it. I can only control how I communicate. I can't control how you accept it, how you receive it, and then what you choose to give back to me. Perfect example of this. Oh, never mind. I was just about to give an example, but the kid woke up, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But I'll talk about his daddy in front of him. But anyway.
Don't make it him. Tell the story of somebody else, man. Damn.
Oh, okay. No, he went back to sleep. He went to sleep. Okay, so yeah, perfect example. Something that he's been doing recently is dropping things or having accidents and then getting nervous that I'm gonna get upset with him about it. And I'm like, where is that coming from? I never get mad at you for dropping something. He'll drop something accidentally and look at me like, are you gonna be mad at me? And so because I know that wasn't coming from me, I never get mad at you when you drop something or have an accident. I decide, okay, I have a co-parent, so I don't know if this is coming from. I'm not gonna accuse you. I'm gonna come and, like he said, you got to think all the best way to approach it. How can we have this conversation so that it's calm and we get a resolution and nobody feels attacked? All the things. I approach him with it. Hey, not saying that this is your fault. Hey, not saying this is something that you are doing. This is just something I'm noticing that our child is doing. And it's a little concerning for me. I don't want him to have anxiety about making mistakes or having accidents. So, you know, maybe we both need to be more aware of how we respond when he has accidents. Now, you would think, think that there's nothing.
Can I be him? Can I be him for a second? Can I tell you what I think? How I think he responded to that.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so he denied it first and foremost, right? Okay, so he started off with a deny, and then obviously you responded with like, "Well, this doesn't make any sense because I'm not doing that. So where did you get it from?" Then eventually he like confessed, I guess, if you will, if you want to call it that, right?
No,
he
not
acknowledged.
Quite. It was yeah, no, it was more of a a gaslighting of like, you're just being dramatic. Like, this is so dramatic. Like, it's really not that serious. Like, you know, it started off that way, and then, you know, because when you go low, I'm gonna take it to the depths of hell. So I started off nice and politically correct and diplomatic about it. But when you respond like that, now I have to be more direct about why I'm even bringing this up to you in the first place. Because of course I know that this is something that you're probably causing, but I didn't want to come out the gate accusatory. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when you do that, now I have to be like, well, okay, here's why I think this shit is your fault. You know, here's why I think you need to, you know, here's some ways I think you can improve and you can do better. Here's what I've seen with my own two eyes, you know, that would make me think this about you, whatever. Now we're defensive. Now we're upset. Now, you know what I mean? Now it's a whole other thing. But there was nothing else I could have done in the beginning with communicating that issue to be nicer, to be kinder, to be more respectful, to be more like, you know what I mean? Like diffusing of this conversation. But the way he responded, I had no control over. The way he responded reminded me of why there was no point in having the conversation in the first place.
All right, Kiki.
So again, that's just one example. So continuing to try to act like women, like, oh, you can't put more responsibility or more blame on one party. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. There are times, and most of the time, where men, you know that they are socialized differently than we are. These are things that is typically our problem. Something that we need to fix, something that we need to worry about. And a lot of them feel like just the simple fact that they are there and they exist and they're doing their part, what else do you want from me? What else are you asking me for? So to act like all of these issues or a lot of these issues don't involve them having more culpability than us and us trying to find all these different ways, and women will read a book, women will write a damn book, women will go to therapy, women will go to retreats, women will do all these things just trying to figure out how to make some shit work with the man, and he'll be sitting there like, oh, I'm just here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, there's nothing your femininity can do for a misogynistic ass man. You cannot be femininity enough for a misogynistic ass man. Period. You cannot femininity your way out of the fucking patriarchy. I'm so sorry.
Kiki, go ahead. You can respond to that. I see you saying some things in the comment.
Yeah, it's more because I do counseling as well. So
what kind of counseling?
When it comes to
what kind of counseling, Kiki?
I do counseling for like individual one-on-ones and all this. So when it comes down to everything, you guys, men already know that they are messed up. I don't know how y'all talk on the panel, so I'm new here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Men already know they messed up. Okay. So men come in and complain about this all the time. Women don't listen to me. I don't know how to be emotional to a woman. When I try to open up to women, they bash me. They use it all against me. They don't listen. You know the regular. So now when I speak and I see women, I could be like, hey, y'all, I understand from a woman. I'm a woman first off, y'all. So I totally understand what y'all are saying. I get it. But we keep talking about the same old problems over and over, but we're not talking about solutions. So the solution to half of this is listen without judging and listening to problem solve. So by me keep saying the stuff that I'm saying, like they saying like pick me, you see that? It's more of just listen to the advice, because
what advice?
When they come and talk to us, we have to stop calling them what y'all call them rainbow. Y'all call them rainbow, sassy.
Talking about
men,
who are you talking about? Kiki, who are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying women. So majority of the men, when they come to complain, the men be saying women call them sassy. Women call them all kind of things, right?
No.
So the thing is, the only thing I'm saying is we just have to listen.
Hold on, Kiki. Most women are not calling men sassy and queer for coming in with stuff. Like, be for real. I don't know about the men. I don't know what neighborhood you in. This might be one of those things. It depends on who you counseling. But in general, if we talking about men and women in general, most men are not doing that. And most women are not. Come on now. I ain't never been called sassy by a woman. For no reason, let alone for like talk like what? for expressing myself to her, never. Nia said $5 on Kiki for calling herself a W but others female. You call it. Go ahead, BPG.
Priscilla, is that you, baby? I know y'all be I don't know. It sounds very it's very correlated. I don't know. Anytime I hear people on TikTok, stop making that face. Anytime I hear people on TikTok talk about like relationship advice that people don't want to take. I literally am in the throes of my bad if I sound weird, I'm putting lipstick on. But I'm in the throes of a conversation on TikTok where somebody was talking about how, every time married people try to give advice, y'all don't never like the advice that we give. And
I saw that video.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, hit me. What's the advice that y'all giving? Marriage, whether you want it to be traditional or not, is going to make you traditional. Okay. Your partner is a reflection of you. So you got to be mindful of, whatever you wear, whatever you dress, wherever you go, whoever you with, that's a reflection of your partner too.
He said, anytime people say marriage is hard, I'll be like, yep. You lost me.
Okay.
You lost me.
Why is it so hard for you? Why is marriage so difficult for you?
When you go into marriage, just know it's gonna be a battle. Why?
Just know you're gonna be giving up yourself. You giving up your body. Like
you got it. I was like, what the fuck? That sounds terrible. I want to
like what in the meat market is going on? Why am I giving away body parts in order to be married? But also, like, I feel like that's how people feel about the advice that they give, that you have to take it when really I'm allergic. I'm not teaching no man nothing. I ain't teach because he can teach himself how to understand all of the sports. He can teach himself how to know when it's time for him to do something he ain't got no business. He can teach himself, how to interact with other men. But when it comes to me, somehow, some way, he can't figure out what it is he needs to be doing in order to make a relationship work, in order to, and I'm not even going to say be compromising, because I think that's a very weird statement to make when it comes to a relationship. I don't like that either. But
I don't like that.
I think that for most people, they frame it in a way where, of course, it's not appealing. It's not, if I were a woman, and let's say this was my first introduction on how, if I'm a young woman, I'm trying to figure out how to navigate around a man, and this is my first interaction with doing so, I don't want to do it. It already sounds like too much work.
It's tiresome. I'm burnt out.
And what am I compensating for him for? Because who is teaching me this? If I already know, if I'm around the same age as he is, or even if we're both adults, and I know already that I need to be compensating for him, then that tells me it's not only tiresome, but it's frustrating, because why do I have to know the things? Why do I have to understand the things and he get to just guess and feel his way around? Absolutely not. No, I think that if you are a woman who bullies a man, good for you. I think you definitely make sure you know how to fight first, for sure. At least have you a little license, before you do that. I have to suggest that nobody just do that willy-nilly. But for sure, mean women, the best advice, I'm a relationship coach too. The best thing that you can do if you're going to be with a man is be mean to him. Mean girls stay married. Be mean to that man.
You do gotta be a little mean. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how mean. I don't know how mean you gotta be, but you do gotta be a little. I don't react to it. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't need my wife to be mean to me anymore. But I will say historically, I didn't really start to tighten up until she started to. She had to do this a couple times.
And they mess up your order. And the first thing she do when they come back to the table with that messed up order is she flipping tables over. You buy her a ring the next day. That's the woman of your dreams. You just don't realize it. You gotta be more mean.
Go ahead, Fifth, and then I'm gonna get back to Kiki. Go ahead, Fifth.
I don't have too much to say or too much to add. I just wanted to kind of say something that might be a little bit unpopular, but I do think it's important that people take responsibility for their decisions, because that's the only way that things are actually going to change. Like if more women, I know that it would be true for me in my life, if more women just left at the first sign of someone being not right for them, they would avoid so much more pain. So I do agree with Kiki a little bit in that self-responsibility is important and accountability.
What if a woman is great? What would you say to her? What accountability should she take in that situation?
Obviously that's his fault. That's not the type of situation I'm talking about. I'm talking about more like you get signs. I feel like women, we have intuition. We know emotionally, like we can tell.
No, I know. Hold on, listen to what I'm saying, Fifth. You had a sign. You he was very persistent. He didn't take no for an answer, but you agreed to go out to dinner with him. You know what I'm saying? He ended up graping you. What should you take accountability for that? There were signs.
No, I'm not saying. I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't say you should take accountability, because actually that's similar to something that has happened to me. But it's not that you should take accountability. Is that I think women need to be more aware.
What did you do? What did you do wrong in that situation?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
But
exactly. Exactly. That's the point. So telling women or anybody that is done wrong by another person that they need to take accountability for the wrong. Hold on, ma'am.
Okay.
Trying to tell people to take accountability for the actions of other people in every scenario is wrong, just so you know. In rape, it's wrong. In relationships, it's wrong. At work, it's wrong. That doesn't make sense. That's not the thing that's going to make us move forward. The thing that's going to make us move forward is the people that do the heinous things, the people that do the wrongdoing, they take accountability for what they've done and stop doing it moving forward. That's the person that needs to take the accountability, just so you know. Telling women to choose better, which essentially that's what you're saying, that's not going to end anything. You're asking women to be lie detectors. You're asking women to be the FBI and be profilers of men, right? And if they get done wrong, you're saying, you should have vetted better. You didn't pay attention to the signs. Who are you to tell a woman that?
I'm not. Okay, I understand.
That's literally that is what you're doing. It's okay. That is what you're doing now.
Okay.
You can't. Go ahead. You can talk.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying. First of all, I'm not saying blame anybody. I'm not saying blame the woman. I'm not saying blame the man. I'm not looking for blame. I'm saying, like, how can we move forward and make things better for women. And I think discernment is somewhere that we could improve in general. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
that.
Yeah.
I heard what you said. You're not saying anything different. It's the same thing. You're just saying it a different way. You're literally telling women to choose better. That's what you're not literally, but like in another way. You're just telling women to choose better.
You don't think that women? I know that's a red pill talking point, and I'm not red pill, but I'm just saying, like, you don't think that it would be a good thing if women choose better, like in general? Like, besides, if you take away the campaign aspect of it and how those words have so much like heat around them and whatnot. I'm not like, do you not think it would be a better thing if we all just chose better and had better standards?
Chose better,
the
like,
only
don't
way,
you?
Having better standards and choosing better are two different things, for one. Having better, like, you can have all the standards in the world and still have only so much control over what the person you chooses to do, right? Like, I can have standards that say, I want a man that's kind and polite and honest and blah, 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 blah. And I can meet a man like that. And then what if he starts to lie? Did I not have discernment? Did I not choose better? What if he was all that? He was kind, he was honest, he was polite. And then a year later, he's a liar, he's rude, and he's very mean.
No, that
doesn't mean I didn't have the standard.
That's seeing a person through their seasons.
I do think that there are.
Wait, please. Hold on, Kiki. She ain't going to wrap up. Go ahead.
I know I'm not a man, but respect me too. But anyway, yeah, just because I could have the standard and he could meet the standard, and then one day he starts to not meet the standard, and then at that point I can decide, if I leave him or what, we go from there. But at that point, the harm has already been done. So a lot of the things that y'all tell women to have discernment about, or like, know when to leave. Well, if you're knowing when to leave, you've already been harmed. And the reality is, none of us are fortune tellers. None of us are, we can't read the future. There are FBI agents that can't predict some of these things that these men do. And their job is to profile people for a living.
I just think that it's odd. I just think that it's odd too. You literally, I'm just going back. You said that a man harmed you, right? I don't even want to get into that, to be honest with you, but you said a man harmed you, right? If somebody harmed you, unless he literally just ran up to you on the street and you know what I'm saying, like that. But if it was a man, which I'm guessing it was a man that was close to you, there was nothing you could have done to stop that. And that's the same logic that applies in relationships. That's what we're saying. It doesn't change because it's in a relationship. You cannot vet a person, because the way that you guys look at vetting, right? I've said this once and I'll say it again. The way that people use the concept of vetting in these conversations is a sum zero game. So you look at vetting like, if a woman is with a man and the man harms her, then that means she didn't vet him. That's what I'm saying. Or she didn't vet him good enough, or whatever the case may be. That's what it is. Instead of looking at it like, oh no, she did everything she possibly could, but he's still a liar and he's still a manipulator and he's still an abuser, right? Like, that should always be the go-to. The go-to should always be, oh, he still did, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was the one that caused the problems and the issues and did the harm. So let's focus on that, as opposed to it being like, well, how didn't you see that coming?
Right. So I understand that. I understand that as well.
Where they are. So that's mixed messaging. They're not perfect. Meet them where they are, but leave at the first time that, the first time he lies, the first time he ever does anything wrong, the first red flag, leave. But men aren't perfect. Meet them where they are.
We're talking about accountability and improvement. So we understand things happen. So when you're going through life and you dating people like that, you're gonna learn certain things. If you're not learning certain things, then you're setting yourself up for failure. And then when we set ourselves up for failure, we started blaming each. Like, it's not about blaming.
Who are you blaming?
Guys.
It's 100% about blaming. It's 100%. Until you blame.
Everybody want to be a victim. So nobody want to.
Kiki. there are victims and there aren't victims. Not everybody is being victimized by each other. That's not how it works. There are victims and there are perpetrators.
Right.
If I'm a victim, I can acknowledge my victimhood.
Right.
What are you talking about?
So when we are having these hard conversations, sometimes this stuff is gonna be hard for people to hear when it's the facts. We're not saying that either person is wrong, you guys. So because everybody keeps saying
why not? Why not? Why aren't you saying that? Like, what's the point of not saying that? If a man abuses a woman, how is he not wrong?
Listen, both of y'all are victims. Both of y'all are victims in that whole situation.
No, man. No, man.
Yes, you are.
Sorry.
The woman is a victim, and the man is a victim as well.
How is
that's not true?
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the when he brought up the great part. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you
I'm
were
not
saying
talking about that either. I'm talking about
That's totally, everybody know that's totally different. We ain't on that. So when we saying that we
in
are
general, if a man wrongs a woman and their relationship ends, how is the man a victim?
Yes, he is a victim because of the simple fact that he does not. Men only know like down to earth ass shit. Women, we are for sure. We okay. Let me break it down.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all this. Men only know the basic shit like take out the trash. You lack communication. You just said it yourself. Men is not good with their emotions.
They're the leaders. Do you believe they're the leaders and that we should submit to them?
No. What the fuck? So
hold on, wait. But how are they the victims? That's what I'm trying to understand. How does that make them the victims?
That's what I'm getting to because y'all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me land.
Okay.
Men don't understand their emotional side. If he's not raised with a woman that understands a man and a woman, if he's not raised correctly, then he's not gonna be a man that's gonna handle a woman correctly. So men do not know how to control their emotions. They're not emotional beings. They think that's femininity. Certain men do not know about their femininity side, like their emotions, their sensitivity, that part. So a man don't know how to respond in that department. Okay. So when we're talking, I'm just talking about, I'm just talking about just talking and communication, you guys. I'm not talking about if a man beating on you. No, I'm not, you guys. So when a woman, I get what you're saying. When a woman sit down and talk to a man, we ain't on the same planet, sir. So
you ain't answering my question. If he victimized the woman, who victimized him? You said they're both victims. That's what I'm still trying to find out. How is he the victim? Where
society fucked men up. You know that. Society has fucked men up.
Hold on, wait. I don't disagree with that. You're right. Society does that.
Society fucked men up, and we don't teach you guys how to handle y'all emotions and
wait. Listen. By society, that would be men, because men control society. So men fuck men up. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Now we're talking interpersonally, right? Now we're talking about in a relationship. Society also fucks women up, though. So that's a wash. Now you're in a relationship.
That's why I said we both victims. We got to learn how to communicate with one another. We have to learn. If you're in a relationship, first off, people don't even know how to vet to get in a relationship. They looking for something. They're not. If they look for unconditional love, it'll be a little bit more simpler.
What? What are you talking about?
Relationship.
I know. What do you mean people don't know how to vet?
Like they don't know. See, mostly nowadays people just date for food, a place to stay, cars, money, materialistic things. Dating society is not what that is no more. So we won't keep it real. We ain't gonna be beating around the bush. But people don't even, they just hook up. It's more cheating and three ways more than anything for real. I'm in Dallas. I'm telling you like it is. It's not even the same anymore. That's why I step back and I don't even date. I don't even interact in it because it's piss. Dating pool is very pissy. Men is stuck on being used. Women is looking for somebody to use. So the deep
shit. So you think most women, hold on, wait. You think most women are looking for men to use them?
Both men as women.
No,
They are.
I'm talking specifically about Kiki. I'm asking specifically about women. I do know that men are trying to use women, but I'm trying to figure out if you're,
Do women
you're
use
saying
men?
that
Yes.
in general they don't, but you're saying they do. How?
Yes. For the ones, for some of them,
no,
the ones
most.
that's messed up.
Ma'am.
Oh, for
Kiki,
most?
You're asking.
No.
We're asking about most women. You're saying general statements about men and women. So I'm asking you. Of course, there's some women who are using men. You're telling me most women are using men?
No, most women that I know of, we're not even dating anymore because of the simple fact.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's messed up.
So some women are using men. I agree.
And it messes them up.
Hold on, Kiki. Most men are using women, though. Do you see the difference? Some women are using men. I think in a very small group, very small sum. Some women are using men. Most men are using women or trying to use women. You see how we're not having the same conversation now?
I understand that, but they're traumatized from it. I'm not taking up for, listen, I'm not taking up for neither. I'm just saying we all have to sit down and understand each other a little deeply, because it'll be a little bit more simpler. We won't have to be placing blame on one another, is what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's equal. You get what I'm saying?
It's not equal, but it's not equal when again, most women are not trying to use men. Most men are trying to use women. Do you agree with that or not?
Yes, I agree with that. I'm saying the
cool.
communication part.
Hold on, stop there. Then it is not equal. That goes into the communication, man. If a man is trying to use a woman, he is far more likely to do what to her? Lie, manipulate. If a woman isn't trying to use him, she is less likely to.
But why do men do that? They use women, and they excuse say because they're gonna use me.
Man, we're going around in circles.
I'm trying to tell you that's how it is.
They asked, are women trying to control men? The poll said 90% said no. Go ahead, Ocean. Jesus Christ, no.
Hey y'all, it's been a long time since I've been up here on the panel. So hey to everybody. And I just want to say with Kiki, I think Kiki, I think you haven't done enough work to understand why the communication between men and women are the way it is the way it is. Because what public was really demonstrating to you is that men have been socialized and conditioned to use women, to be predatory toward women. That is what they are entitled to have access to women. And because they do not have access to women in the way that you kind of mentioned it too, it's not like it used to be. And what it used to be is that women, and we still are coming out of this fog of knowing our worth and our ability to desire and to want more for ourselves when it comes to relationships. Those women back in the 40s and the 50s and the early 1900s, they didn't have the choices to choose better partners. They didn't really have choices of who they would choose as their partners. And you have not done the work to deconstruct patriarchy and misogyny and how the programming is so different for us, just like how racism is so different for us. You sound like how white people sound, or how some Black people sound when they're trying to uphold white supremacy and blame Black people for being victims of white supremacy. That's how you sound to us.
I was just rushing.
That's how you sound to us, because you have not done enough work in deconstructing your ideology, your internalized misogyny. You haven't done enough work in researching how and why women are just now waking up from the fog and the sleep of being conditioned to willfully trust men in a way that we've been socialized to do for generation after generation.
Hold on, let me say something real quick, Ocean. It's crazy to hear Kiki say it goes both ways, and then acknowledge the next sentence. Oh, me and my homegirls don't even date. Because the men not saying the same thing. The men are dating. The men trying to get as much vagina as they can.
But that's because
you and your homegirl.
No, I only said that because I'm trying to rush talk, y'all. That's it. I'm trying to rush a lot of things into one setting because I know I'm gonna get cut off if I go any deeper. So I mix it up to try to get some points in. But I totally understand everything that's going on. But I was just trying to touch on every aspect, a quick little aspect touch. Now, I'm very knowledgeable about a lot of things, but on this platform, I already people the energy. So what I'm doing is staying within my guard so I can still get my word across. But I'm just mixing it all together. I totally understand everything.
Yeah, you don't sound like you understand everything because it sounds like you're very confused on the position that you have. You yourself are not dating because you see that the dating pool is piss poor. But why? You don't. No, you haven't done the work.
I'm not dating
you
because
haven't
what I
done
want
a deep
is rare.
enough dive to understand why the dating pool is piss poor when it comes to dating men.
Kiki,
you haven't done the work.
Hold on. She said she ain't dating because what she wants is rare. What you want?
Healed, an healed individual.
But
and
why
there's not
are
so
men
many
not
healed
healed?
individuals out
But
here.
why are men
And
not healed?
Because they said it's many reasons. It's many reasons. But what I've been running across is because women don't really take the time to listen to them. But I told them it's who you're dating. It's who you're dating. I be telling men just to switch up on who y'all dating.
You haven't done the work. Like I said,
Come on,
you haven't
man.
done the work.
You just saying stuff
of understanding why men are stuck.
So they told you, I'm so sorry, men told you they aren't healed, and you asked them, why aren't you healed? And they said, because women. And I would have stopped them right there. Let me stop you right there. I didn't
exactly.
And I go into detail, y'all.
As hold on, let me finish real quick. I gotta get this out. I'm about to be home and get off this anyway. You're a grown ass man, not just an individual, a collective of grown ass men. And your healing, your well-being as a person, as a grown individual, the first answer and your first response is because somebody else, because women aren't listening to me. What is your healing? First of all, you trying to heal as a man, what does that have to do with me listening to you in the first place? I'm not your therapist. I'm not a therapist.
But I want to ask you a question, Shane. Who are these men healing from?
Each other, themselves, themselves and each other. But the onus is on women to listen to them and patch up their boo-boo and make it all better for them. You're not my son.
Punching men in the face.
But you're not my child. It's not up to me.
But what's so wrong about that, though?
Hold on.
Everything is wrong about it.
I want to answer.
I'll tell you. I didn't get to land the plane. Let me land the plane. I got y'all. Just let me land. Because I was about to touch on what's so wrong about that. The problem in putting the onus on women to heal a bunch of people with a bunch of self-inflicted wounds who are doing this to each other and to themselves is that all they do, they don't get healing from women. They use and abuse women and damage them and then go back to damaging each other and damaging themselves all over again. All they do is spread the damage. No healing occurs. And y'all have constantly told women that it's our job to heal men and make them better. But here we are. They never get better because guess what? Everywhere you go, there you are. You are the problem. So how can I heal you? How can I make you better when you are the problem? I can sit and listen to you whine and cry all day long. I can give you solutions. I can give you advice. I can do all of that. But as soon as you leave my presence, you are still stuck with you. So until you can go within and fix what you got going on outside of me, you're always going to be that same broken person. And telling women that it is our job to fix them and heal them, all it does is leave us more broken because we can't do that. That's not our job. It's not our role. We can't do it.
Also, men don't listen to women.
Oh my God, I forgot that part. I forgot the misogyny of it all.
And also,
it's patriarchy. You can't tell women to heal a bunch of misogynistic men who don't even like us.
And also, why is it okay for men to blame shift, but she's telling women to hold ourselves accountable and to use discernment? She will listen to a man tell her it's women's fault, blame shift while they're not healed. But now she's telling us women we need to hold ourselves accountable and we need to be more discerning in our choices.
They don't know anything, and we have all criminality.
Exactly.
So,
Internalized misogyny. That's why
we have to take all the responsibility and accountability.
He hasn't done enough work.
It's only because of this, you guys. If y'all, the main thing is why I reneged on saying something, because you told me you don't know your femininity. You don't know you. So how you gonna tell me something? Hold on, let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. I know you don't want me to, but let me fix it. No, they need it. They need it. Let me get it out.
You can finish.
It's not a thing.
It's just not a word. Femininity is not a word.
It's not a word. That's why I said
your
I didn't know
feminine energy, your divine power, as y'all see on my page, when y'all go on there, you should already know what power you hold in you, your value. That's why I tell you that. I don't have
my value is in my brain.
I don't have
That's why I try to read and educate myself.
Say, I don't have them. So what I'm trying to tell you, we hold a certain power within us, period. This shit what y'all complain about is so easy and below the belt. This is whack.
So why haven't you had the power to heal any of the men that you wanted today?
A man is coming to you expressing you what's wrong with him. Is what I'm saying.
But
that's what's wrong with him.
Why haven't you had the feminine power?
Kiki,
hold on. Let me ask you real quick. Why haven't you had the feminine power to heal any of the men you wanted today? Where was your feminine power to heal them?
I'm telling you. That's why I'm saying this.
So
I'm saying I don't have it. I do.
So then why y'all not together?
She healed them.
I lost mine. No,
exactly.
I lost mine. No, mine. I lost mine due to his background.
You healed them, and they take that shit to the next woman.
No, I didn't lose him like that. So okay, never mind. That's why I want to bring. So
what
anyway,
you lose him at in the mall?
No, I lost him to whatever. Listen, his background caught up to him, so the system got him. So other than
that, you didn't heal him.
You were dating a felon?
He kept committing crimes.
Yes.
You were dating a felon?
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes. People change. See, people change.
People
change. His background caught up to him.
Yourself, because if you were healed, you would know you deserve better than that. He got his own company.
He had his own company. He changed everything. He had his own company. He was married off and everything. His background is what he did before me ruined his future. So that's why I tell people all the time, what you do in your past can catch up to your ass.
So you're not good at discern. You're not good at discernment.
Yes. Then I just tell you, I changed him. He got a whole career. He became a whole businessman.
I said you are not good at discernment.
I'm very good at discernment. I saw
you married a whole felon. You married a whole felon, Kiki.
So what? I'm not God. I'm not for to judge anyone. That man wasn't a felon when he got with me. He didn't get he wasn't a felon when he got with me. He changed, got himself a whole business and a career. Sir, is what I'm saying.
I was catching me outside. Said, "Oh, I see. Kiki missed the signs. She sure did."
I didn't see the signs.
Keisha said, "Thank you for all you do for women. You are loved and appreciated." Thank you, Keisha. Thanks for the new membership too over here, April. I appreciate you. That's wicked work. I ain't gonna even hold you. Not marrying a felon. Not marrying BTK.
Yeah.
Not marrying BTK. That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't let his past portray his future. That man turned into a good working ass man.
But you're saying that the man that
I still got his business.
Wait. But you're saying that the man that you want, because that's why you're not dating right now, doesn't exist because it's rare. But you, for some way or another, that went out the window when you married this felon.
She want another felon with a good heart.
No.
That's hard to find.
Felon with a dream. Felon with a dream.
I gave him an opportunity. And he made good of it.
Okay, so why did you? So here's the thing. Let me help you dissect this. You gave him an opportunity. You bettered his life.
Did.
I don't need the back and forth. Hold on, let me land it.
Mm-hmm.
You did all this stuff for him, and he went off, and he has now gave that better to the next woman.
No.
He's giving it to the next man in jail because he's in prison.
No, he's in jail, and
I'm pretty sure he got a pen pal. Let's be for real. He's selling somebody pipe dreams. Yeah, behind the bars because all the niggas doing that and run their mouth.
I don't do negative. Is what I'm trying to tell y'all. See, I don't talk about the negative. I worry about the positive.
The negative are part of the positive. The negative, you can't have a negative without the positive. Kiki.
I've been patient. I waited my turn. Kiki. I've been patient. I waited my turn. I need you to listen because I honestly don't feel like you have read the room enough to realize the advice you have. We don't want it. Okay. It's one of them styrofoam paper plates. It can't do shit for me. You see what I'm saying? It can't hold no weight. It'll melt when you put it in the microwave. That's the kind of advice you got. And I'm telling you, the general consensus between this room and the YouTube, you have nothing to offer us. So the only thing that you can do is sit in this space and listen, because like Ocean said, you have not done enough work, enough research, enough unpacking to be having this conversation. Because everything you're saying is a direct result of you being indoctrinated. Half of it probably from the church. Hold on, Kiki. Half of it probably from the church. The other half of it probably all your life just feeling like a man is going to be that thing that saves you, that fulfills you, that brings you up in society, that makes you better than the next bitch. That's the stake you have put on a man. But I'm here to tell you, amongst this crowd, that shit don't work over here. We don't do that over here. So that's why people are eating you up in the comments and calling you a pick-me, because the ideology is flawed. And I don't think that you realize that. You keep trying to clean it up and saying, well, no, I'm not getting my full thought out. Man, we've heard enough. And I'm telling you, from sister to sister, baby, keep that advice you got. And maybe listen to some of this advice, like BPG and Shan. They gave some real good advice. Pub gave some good advice. Yeah. Even if
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm unserious at this point because the conversation is not serious no more.
No.
As soon as you said two things, you lost me. You said you don't even date. When you said I don't even date, I was like, all right, that's crazy. Then come to find out, you built the nigga up, and that nigga in prison. We done. We're done.
I didn't build him up. I didn't build him up. I changed his life. Listen, they said that they don't even know how to heal anyone. So I done everything that they said they can't do. So I'm just saying, I'm on a whole nother level. They said that they don't even know how to heal anyone. They don't even know their powers.
We're not here to heal niggas.
Wait, we ain't no man.
Powers.
Man. Powers.
I'm not even bashing
nobody.
I'm not bashing.
Let me tell you, that's what I'm saying. You've expended too much of your energy. You've expended too much of your energy on a good for nothing nigga that you should have been putting in yourself and building yourself up. Because that self-esteem, the self-esteem is in hell.
He only had one cousin.
Self-esteem is in.
You think
I got the money. What the hell y'all talking about? Y'all not listening?
We listening. We hear you.
No, y'all only picking what y'all want. That's what I'm saying. That's why we can't change. That's why y'all can't grow.
Could it be? Wait, why we need to? Ma'am, I'm married. I've been married for a long time. My wife ain't no felon, and nor am I, first and foremost. So I don't need to grow nothing. I got a whole backyard full of trees and shit with fruit on it. It's growing. We good over here. My growth is. I'm good. Right?
Me too.
When
Me too.
You not in the club. You're not in the club, Kiki. You're not in the club because you're in denial. You can't. There's a river in Africa called denial, and that's where you floating down. I swear, I put that on everything I love because this shit is
Can I say
crazy.
something?
Go ahead.
Can I say something real quick?
You got it. Let me read this.
As someone who
hold on, Ocean. Let me read this and then you can say. Ocean said, 5 on the pick me, Jesus. So let me get this straight. The same women that are asking the men questions are the same people not listening to me and be for real. She's not listening. All right, go ahead.
as someone who is in the healing space, healing community, you came in here talking about you're a counselor. As someone who is in the healing community, the first thing you learn is that you can't heal nobody. That's number one. That's number one. That's lesson number one. Because if you think you have the power to change anybody, that's your flaw right there. That is your flaw right there, is that you think you healing somebody. When you're a healer and you do this healing work, you assist people in their healing journey. You're not healing nobody. So that is your, and I'm here in Dallas with you. And I'm part of the healing community that is in Dallas in the DFW healing community. I know that what you're talking about is very flawed. And it comes from a very mammy, pick-me energy of healing a man. Because you're not even talking about healing women. You're sitting up here telling women they need to be held more accountable than the men who considers themselves as being the leaders in the community. And you priding yourself on healing men and telling us we have a problem because we can't heal nobody. That is not our job to heal men. And you have not discovered that. You have not discovered that, and that is why you're not dating, because you're going to keep running into men that need to zap your energy, that are energy vampires, that's going to zap your energy and take all of your resources and leave you with nothing. And if you haven't learned it with that last lesson, you need to be doing the work now. You need to be doing your shadow work, because your divine femininity is not activated.
Femininity.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about with femininity. The fact that you kept saying femininity.
I know. Hold on. Wait. I want to make sure everybody get a chance to speak. Go ahead, Virtue.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I just had a quick question. I'm gonna drop back down. So Kiki, in the beginning, you were allowed on both sides accountability, and you said discernment. Yet you dated a felon and said everybody deserves a second chance. So if a felony is not a red flag, and we shall use our discernment, Sugar, what is a red flag?
So everything is a red flag. See, my choices, my choices.
Nah, I'm already mad.
I chose. No. I'm gonna answer it. Because I live up.
That was a crazy response.
I wanted to make that choice. I chose to do that.
Baby, I did not ask. Hold on. No.
It's a red flag. Yes, it is.
Okay, wait. Wait, no. I didn't ask about you. Like, I promise. I'm just asking in general, okay? Since you say you're a counselor, felonies are not red flags. So how do women use their discernment? Give me one example of something that women can see in a man that should set off alarm bells, and they should leave that man alone.
Repeated patterns that they have already went through.
Like felonies and going to prison?
Yeah, if they ain't went through that before.
Oh, okay. So
a couple of men that was already felons before. That
so
might be
don't listen to you is what you're saying. So don't listen to you, because you're not leading by example. Gotcha.
Oh,
that's all I wanted to ask.
I'm great. Yes, I made all my choices and all my decisions, and I'm fine on it. I'm not blaming. But listen, I'm not saying I'm not going down the list pointing out people's flaws or wrongs or what I think. I'm not judging is what I'm saying. If somebody come to me and they need some help, they need help. My life don't have anything to do with the help that I'm giving you, because my knowledge doesn't.
Why are we talking about you again?
My living this situations doesn't define my knowledge is what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say is, you guys can date who you want, and that's fine. But when it comes down to understanding men, something in us can help a man heal himself along the way.
No, okay, Pup, I'm dropping. I just want to talk
only because that's what they are using us for, to listen to them. If somebody haven't told them anything, and they don't need the knowledge, and they confining themselves, trying to confine in you and ask you for help. And you're saying you don't want to help?
I don't even know. You're just repeating your point again, because that wasn't even a question. So
hold on, can I say something real quick? Because as the lone wolf on the panel, the man on the panel, can I tell you Men use women for a lot of things. Healing is not one. Men use women for a lot of things. Vagina, number one. Status, money, shelter, for their Altima, for their Jetta. Clothes, they homegirls, access to their homegirls. To get a job, do their homework, clean up, watch their babies, babysit their baby. Like, a bunch of stuff. Healing, not on the fucking list. I promise you, as a man, I'm gonna go out on a limb and tell you, I am going to tell you without a doubt. Somebody said to look straight. That's crazy. And it's also true. But one of the things that I've never heard a man say is, I need a woman to heal me. I swear to God, in my 43 years living, y'all, God strike me down. I ain't never heard a man say, I'm looking for a woman to heal me. Not in my lifetime, maybe in yours. Not in mine. No, I ain't never heard it in my 43-year long-legged life. I ain't never heard a nigga say, I've heard a nigga say, I need a woman to cook, to clean, for a house. I've literally heard niggas say this out their own fucking mouth. All these things, I swear to God. I've never heard one man to build with, which is a vague statement, to build with. Shit, I heard a nigga, he needed a woman because he was on the run. Now, this might sound familiar to you, Kiki, but I knew a nigga that needed women because he was on the run and he needed different places to stay while he was on the run. Case the police kicked in the door. Hey, man, y'all see y'all.
Listen, Pop, the only thing I know men ask for is peace. Is she conflating healing with peace? Because when men say peace, they actually mean the opposite of healing. They mean, don't nag me, let me do what I want to stay the same person, and let me do it in peace. Men, like Pop said, men don't want healing. They want you to shut up and take it.
And also discernment, and also using discernment is using wise judgment. So how are you having discernment when you don't have wise judgment?
Wait. I gotta let Miss Paulie go, but real quick. These are the words I want stricken from all TikTok spaces. Discernment, number one. Vetting, number two. Fucking tired of it. Accountability, number three. Get it out of here.
And femininity.
Femininity gotta be up there. Feminine energy gotta be up there.
Divinity.
Ooh. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Please. Let's get it. Let's just remove it. Submission, submit. These words are too big. These concepts are too big for 90% of people to have on these panels. I swear to God. I've seen it happen time and time again. Thank you. Miss Chris said covenant. Get rid of it. Be gone. Say
I got a legacy.
Legacy. Get them niggas up out of here. Get that shit up out of here. I rebuke you. I'm tired of it. Y'all niggas don't never know how to use the fucking words in the right context. I swear. Every fucking time. We gotta do a whole English lesson. We spend 15 minutes an episode, English lessons. The episode only 2 hours. We gotta waste 15 minutes on explaining what the fuck that men and women is a general statement. It don't mean all.
Female, that's obvious, but female from the record.
Let's get rid of female.
Men and female.
I hate it. Especially when you take the time to say men, and then don't take the time to say fucking women. That shit crazy. That shit always blow my mind. I'm like, it's hard for me to say female. I don't get it. But anyway, go ahead, Miss Paulie. Y'all crazy than a motherfucker, man. I swear to God.
I'ma believe in Kiki. Kiki, I'ma believe in you, baby. Like you believed in them men. Baby, send me one of them rebuilt men that rebuilt like angels. Can I get 2 for 1? Do I need a down payment? I need a certificate with it because if something go wrong, I gotta send them right back to you, baby. And go back to jail. I need that. I need you to refund my money. Give me 2 rebuilt ninjas, baby. I need 2 good sturdy rebuilt ninjas. One in case another one kick out. I'm gonna need 2 of them. I believe in you, Kiki. I believe in you.
I don't rebuild, you know. I just give them the motivation they need to go on, you know.
Give them the motivation.
So once I give them that motivation, they become entrepreneurs.
Give them all the motivation so that when they come this way, they fix and what have you, whatever you're doing, when they finish building their empire,
perfect, girl. Y'all gonna be Fortune 500.
When they build that company, send them my way. Now the referral come over to me. Refer them over to me. One of these rebuilt things. I'm a believer.
Yeah, y'all ain't too far away from each other. Ain't you? You in
Fortune 500.
Yeah, y'all right next door. You can help you out. You know, next state.
Let me know y'all need a boss.
A boss.
I'm telling you.
Kiki, that nigga in jail.
Hey, that's before
we can
me.
See you. We
hey,
can see you.
But why
you can't be a boss in jail, man?
And I got it. I don't give a
Hold on now, Kiki.
Wait,
you can't be a boss in jail now.
Yeah,
you can't be a boss in jail now. That's crazy.
Yep, that's him. I got everything else. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
No.
Wait, Kiki, get you? Did he ever get out of jail? Did he ever get out of jail, or is it just
no, he in?
No, he's in there.
So you met him while he was in there?
No.
Okay.
No, she didn't mean a while.
It's not adding up.
No.
No. I know exactly what happened. So either one or two things. I don't know if he had a felony. You said he did have a felony before, but I doubt it. So when you met him, he had a felony, but he had done some dirt that they hadn't caught him. They hadn't caught him yet for the dirt. But he changed his life after he did the dirt. A lot of niggas do that. I ain't gonna hold you. Then you got with a nigga that was a fucking felon, though. Right? Yeah. That's what happened. Yeah. You all built a life together in the meantime, and the past caught up with him. Now, I'm gonna say this. I know the statute of limitations. So whatever that nigga did had to be horrific.
I was about to say.
For y'all to they give up at a certain point. Even greater than the statute of limitations.
He said, yeah. Oh, proud.
Yes.
Yeah, don't piss me off.
Yeah, that nigga did some horrific shit.
But it was before. Listen, y'all. No, what I'm saying is, it was before.
God damn it, Keith.
What happened?
It was before. So I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm rooting for you, Keith.
I don't got nothing to do with that.
How much longer before?
Dropping down. I gotta go. But thanks for having me up. I'll catch y'all later.
Love of my life.
Bye, wifey. Bye, Sharon.
God.
How much longer before you met him that he had this felony or that he committed?
I don't know when, but we was together 2.5 years, and we built the company. We got everything situated, got the trucks and everything. And
how long he down for? How long he down for?
Oh, they got him. You know he's life without parole. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
So that's one of the reasons.
I gave an example.
So that was my point. That's one of those reasons why men also go to women to change their life, because he knew he was running from that crime. No. When people think they got away, they think they got away. You know. But he didn't get away. When you live a life of crime, you know, when you live a life of crime, you always know you're looking over your shoulder when you've committed a crime. So he knew he was running from that. You can't run from that.
And he didn't tell you. And Osa said,
no, he told you.
So you knew what he did?
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Man.
It got everything to do with your discernment. It got everything.
Everything to do. So my discernment was this: he's gonna go to jail sooner or later. I got the company.
So you just wanted to.
So
you know what's crazy? Hold on,
no, it wasn't.
Hold on, wait,
it's
Kiki,
not bad.
Hold on, Kiki, wait, Kiki. Right. Listen to what I'm about to say. Hold on, listen to what I'm about to say. We would be giving you props if you didn't come up here on that bullshit right now. I ain't gonna even hold you. Think about what she did. That's a crazy play. Y'all feel me? That's a crazy play. If she was up here on some like, nah, I jugged the nigga, I juiced this nigga, woo, right? I'd be like, good for you. But instead, you wagging your fingers at talking about, oh, it ain't go both ways. Nah, I'm good. That ain't. I'm not having that. That's where the shit get drawn. If you was like, yo, look, I got what I got from this nigga. Cool, you used them. Cool.
But
I ain't tripping. And that's why. Hold on. And that's why she up here talking about women using men for their money. You the women.
I was about to say that, twin.
The call's always coming from inside. The call always coming from inside the TikTok live. It's always coming from in this motherfucker. And I'd be so shocked every time. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't be shocked no more, but I'm always shocked. Osa said, how you, hold on, I got you right now. I don't know who's talking. But Osa said, how you rebuilding men and your whole life in shambles? Great question. Let Allie go and then speak for yourself. And then we gonna open it back up. Go ahead, Allie.
You already done stole my point. I hope all the men live is listening, right? Because she talk a real good game. Kiki, let me give you your flowers while I'm up here.
Hold on. I got you. This is what we're gonna do for her.
There you go. Put it down on. Do the other one. Do the cheer one. Do the cheer one. She deserves it.
The cheer one? Oh, cheer. I got it.
That's
for you, Kiki. That's for you.
Very
You doing good.
Played. But I want the men specifically to listen to what's being said. She's saying all the things that they want them to hear, that she knows they want to hear, just to get close enough to know their damn business and use them up. This is what the men want.
Oh, don't switch that.
Hold on, Kiki. Hold on.
No.
You got a picture?
No, men. That's not it. So just go
No. I don't need. Listen, I'm Gladys Knight. You the Pip right now. You've been doing a lot of talking. I've been in the comments listening. You've been doing a lot of talking. You've been doing a whole lot of talking. You use men, and so I hope the men hear. Not the ones who want to get to know the men for who they are and accept them for who they are. And we tag along as a couple together. Y'all want these types of women. The ones who's going to speak sweet little nothings in your ear and tell you everything that you want to be told, just to turn back around and take things from up under you while you sit in the jail cell. Truth be told, I'll probably do the same thing too after a while, especially if you're a felon. But that's neither here nor there. This is what y'all want. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? This is it right here. This the Kiki. This the one. So I hope y'all stand by what you're asking for, because this is what y'all gonna get. This is it right here.
Yeah, come on my way, y'all.
And I was gonna say too, she's one of them ones that's like, any man is better than no man, and I'll take him and I'll marry him. She's one of those.
No, I've been single 14 years with 6 companies sent over here in my 5-bedroom, my pool and jacuzzi.
You stole that company from that man.
I don't do neither. I'm very well off. I didn't steal a company from anything. We was in a relationship together.
Well played.
No, I put that spin on there just for y'all to get some little, just a few.
Well played. Well played.
But I got you.
Well played. I'm glad. Somebody said it in the comments.
I know y'all like negative stuff instead of positive.
Hold on. Somebody said it in the comments. You probably the one that snitched on that man about where his whereabouts was. I love that for you. But go ahead. Hold on, Kiki. I'm gonna pass the mic. I'm gonna pass the mic to speak now, because 20 is up here. I'm gonna let her say the things. Go ahead, 20.
No, I don't know if I'm gonna say what you think I'm gonna say.
21. Can you do something?
What a boy.
Up next for me.
You know, first I just want to say, Kay, you my hero. I don't know how else to put it. The clockery is always on point. But I was just sitting waiting in the comments for the scam to come out. That's really what I was waiting to hear. Like this whole time as she's saying, I'm dating this guy and I'm fixing these people and I'm doing all of this, I was waiting on the scam to come out. It was given very much Princella. It was given very much I read the book. It was given very much I'm running the playbook to get the scam, and all the rest of the women just don't know it. But I'm gonna come up here and tell everybody to go on my profile and check my page so you can see what I'm about, so you can follow me and so you can do what I do. Just come say you scamming. Cause it's some people who down with it. They want to know what you're doing. They want to be on your program. Just come up and say, I'm a scammer and I want other people to scam with me. So get in on it. But this the thing, it swings back both ways, because while you think you're the woman that's going to get away with it, the jailhouse in the comments, now they ain't saying nothing, but they on the TikToks and they watching and they telling the homies. So when you say it's all the women that are hurting people and doing all of this and doing all of that, you're doing the hurting. You need to take responsibility. You need to take ownership and stop telling everybody else that's what they need to do. You the scam. You the scam. And when it catch up with y'all, y'all be like, oh, I was holding him down. You gonna tell that man you was holding him down. But it's the women who say, you know what? No, thanks. That you want to come and tell that we need to heal. What? Make that make sense. You are the lead scammer. That's all I wanted to say. I'm thoroughly.
Yeah, I accept that, but I know I'm not. I just want to see how far y'all was gonna go with it. The whole time I was speaking something good up here. Y'all was not with it. I didn't get nobody. Y'all won't even want to come in. Y'all said I was wrong. As soon as I said that I took the company and put it in those words right there in that form, y'all coming up here responding. Y'all active. Go on and run it up. It's easy to feed y'all.
Girl,
this is why I say it's easy when you be low vibrational.
No, you said women are using men for food. You low vibrational.
It's easy. Y'all are easy.
You are
easy targets.
Girl, you low vibrational. You first of all came here. I said that you dating felons. That you dating people.
But y'all beat me up about it.
But you confessed it, and nobody's beating you up about it.
Yes, you did.
You beat yourself up about it because you said that women shouldn't be dating people who aren't healed. That was your jump off.
He's healed. I wasn't judgmental. I said I wasn't judging him because he had a felony, and I took my chance because I said, "Don't take my life."
You came in here with the choose better rhetoric, telling women to choose better, and then confess that you, in fact, do not choose better.
And he turned and he changed and had a company.
No,
he
ma'am.
He was gone.
No, ma'am. From jump, you knew he had a record. You knew he was still on the plot for going back to jail. You knew he was gonna get in trouble and go back to jail.
No, that's what you saying. I'm telling you.
You knew he was still fighting that case. You knew he was still fighting that case. You started that business with him. You thought you was gonna get over from jump. That was your whole plan.
No.
You confessed
that's what you just said.
You said women date men for food. You dated that man for food and his money.
Yeah.
The bread. That's what you dated him for. You confessed all of that.
How? When I said
telling us that
I changed him and he
But Kiki, the problem that what I was saying was I think everybody up here would be perfectly okay had you just said that from the gate. Am I tripping by saying that?
It from the gate. I was just trying to give y'all a real life example on how judgmental y'all are. But how it plays out in the end, anyway, it's either way it go, I ain't lose.
Hold on. I want to let you know something. Hold on, wait. I want to let you know something right now. All I'm saying is, you keep calling us judgmental, right? But let me tell you something. The only person that's judgmental was that judge that sent that nigga up north for life without parole. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just calling a spade a spade. The only person, I'm telling you, it ain't us. I ain't judging that nigga. It was Judge Ito. It was Judge Joe Brown. It wasn't me. Who you calling judgmental? I ain't judging nobody. That nigga already been judged.
But when I said I got the company, it all hell broke loose. Y'all started, y'all just trying to, y'all thought I was terrible.
Wait, no, man.
Said I made a bad judgment because he was a felon.
I'm judging
you. Did.
I'm judging you hard.
You did.
Because you came in here judging women.
And I said, okay.
But you came in here judging women. You came in here judging women. So you know what? I'm judging you. You ain't shit. And the horse you rode in here on.
I know. I love it.
Kiki funny, cuz I ain't gonna lie to you. It's diabolical. Oh my God, man.
I mean, just out of curiosity.
In a minute though, I can take all this. Y'all can't take none of it. I can take it all.
What you mean you can't take it? I'm literally up here, Kiki.
That's fine. Yeah.
No,
just for the friends in the
I just be
comments. What businesses are these?
I do it for the likes. Yeah, go and run look.
Oh, that's cool. But just for the friends in the comments, what businesses are these?
Trucking business.
Oh no, his business was the trucking. Yeah, the 18-wheelers and flatbeds and stuff like that. Yeah.
How he get trucks? Was it with the money that he had used that he got from whatever he did?
See, he already had his like barber license and stuff like that. So he already had money, and he was a little hustler on the side as well. So when he put all his money and stuff together, and we came together with the company.
So you use your money?
No, we use our own money. He had his money, and I had mine. Yes.
All right.
But it's nothing wrong with it, y'all.
It ain't nothing wrong.
Crazy.
Kiki, ain't nothing wrong with it. Damn. God damn. Go ahead.
Nah, y'all trying to be fake. Like, come on, we just real life. Come on.
Oh my God.
Y'all trying to be fake as hell.
I'm not being fake. Go ahead, Mo Better.
Wasn't Vanity ahead of me?
Nah, Vanity was up here before. I'm gonna let her go after you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Listen. And for my literary girlies, this is giving very much a Tyler Perry adaptation of My Fair Lady, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Cause what the
Tyler Perry definitely in these comments ferociously and vigorously writing down all that nigga like, and the nigga was in jail and what hold on, shut up, y'all, let me. And she gave him her money and he put some money in there. That nigga, when the shit hit Tubi, we gonna know.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Henry Eggins, I just, but
that shit gonna be called Feminality.
Yeah, look, tales of the felonious and the comeuppance. Like, what the fuck is we talking about today? Like, why? Oh, okay. My elitism is irked to the highest of heights.
You got to tone it down a little bit. We got to make sure we not phony up here, like she said. We phony.
No, I'm fake as fuck today. Okay, you can call me all of the things because what I will not do, okay, is rehab. Why are we coaching? Okay, out of prison. Why are we coaching rehabbing those who have really made decisions that what the fuck is going on? Like, why are we here? How did we get here?
Somebody said the movie gonna be called Feminality, spelled TEA.
Listen, Deborah Cox did not write that song for us to be up here doing this tonight. No, how did we get here? Okay, how do we get out? Okay, just like that nigga. This conversation, because what are we doing? This makes no sense. And to be running headlong into the point and acting like we bumped our heads 11 times and doing this CSI interrogation of this bullshit is wild.
Trying to spin a narrative. We could have wrapped this up a long time ago, but I'm gonna run with it. I'm a character, so I'm gonna keep performing.
If you say narrative one more time, I'm
narrative. All right, that's right. Y'all wanted the show. Come on, let's get it.
I never thought that I would be an advocate for bringing back shame until tonight, but bring that shit back.
Yeah, because now y'all was up for trip, so I had to lighten the load. Y'all
you know what's funny? Kiki literally sitting in her bed, her feet hanging off the edge, and she's doing like this. She's saying anything at this point. Since she came up here, she just been saying whatever. If you've been listening, she literally just been saying whatever. Literally, like I ain't even making it up. Nah, she from Dallas. She ain't from Memphis. She from Dallas.
No. This ain't Texas. But like this ain't Texas.
She from Dallas.
Absolutely not.
How you know I'm from Dallas? I was from Dallas. How you know I'm from Dallas?
You did.
No, I didn't.
You actually
did. You've been up here talking so much. You don't even know what you said.
No, I didn't. I ain't say where I was from.
You did several times actually.
That accent ain't from down here, and I refuse to let her have a part of this
But
raggedy.
I am from down here. Somebody else, Ocean said Dallas, not me.
No, Ocean knew you were
said
from
Texas.
Dallas. No, Ocean knew you were from Dallas because you said it repeatedly, and she said,
Oh.
"I'm from Dallas, just like you."
Oh, I don't remember me saying it.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Good. That's
listen.
why it's funny.
Hold on,
Okay.
Kiki, we listen. We judge. You know how they say we listen, we don't judge. We listen, and we for sure judge. I ain't gonna lie. But I was just trying to say we don't judge harder than the nigga the judge that put that nigga behind bars for life.
You say, hey, it is what it is.
That's all I'm saying. That nigga got judged. That was a judge. I ain't no motherfucking judge. I ain't never slammed no gavel. I ain't never locked nobody up. None of that type of shit. So I don't want to be in the same, you know what I mean? Don't count me in the same thing exactly. But that nigga got judged. He got the shit judged out of him. You know what I'm saying? And I would hate to be judged like that.
Booked on at his ass.
Judging her ass.
And you knew it was coming. And that's some sick shit. You knew it was coming.
No,
That's
he
sick.
knew it was coming.
Nah, you knew it was coming. He told you.
He told me about what happened. Shit, we didn't know it was, you know.
Man.
But he knew it was coming.
Can I ask you a question? Seriously though. I just got one question. Did he unalive a man, a woman, or a child? Or all three?
No. It was actually a robbery gone wrong. They was trying to
the wrong
they was
part.
trying to take from him. Yeah, but he ended up on top. You know.
Usually you don't get life for that though. If it's self-defense. Gucci Mane is out.
Passes away during it, you do get life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if somebody gets pew-pewed and they pass away during the course of it, you go to jail.
No. He said, no. She said, I know, but she said they were trying to rob him. That's what I just heard. I thought. Maybe yeah. If they were trying to rob him, I don't know how he get life for somebody trying to rob you. Like I said, Gucci out.
Just to be clear, if the outcome is you get life in prison, that is not coming out on top. I just want to be clear on that.
No, not like that. I'm saying for the altercation. Yeah.
Well,
hey, oh well.
Go ahead, Van.
All right. I just need Kiki to mute up for me. Okay. So in all seriousness, right? So I know on the app and everything, like there's a lot of people who are deconstructing from their various beliefs. And what happens is when people are losing one religion, they often find themselves in another. And they start funneling themselves into things. And because a lot of us have this need to be special, we start looking at the people who start talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Like 2024, I banned y'all from using those words because y'all don't know what they mean.
I don't say
y'all don't understand what they mean. And so you all aren't even supposed to be using those words because you do not use them correctly in the right context with anything to do with spirituality. I have been in the healing space since 1990 something. Thank you, Ocean, for when she says, as a healer in the healing space, you cannot heal anybody. It is not a thing you could do. But when you are sitting here and you are finding your way through the various spiritualities and everything like that, there's things I want you to keep mind of. This is some discernment for you so you do not get railroaded and end up getting yourself in a position where you are going to get harmed. If somebody is telling you that you are going to be able to heal other people, they are grifting. If people tell you that you are going to have any kind of divine masculinity or femininity, as though those are attached to genitalia and separate things, you are being grifted. This is a principle that is in each person and has nothing to do with gender or sex. The other thing, if you run into, especially the people in our community, so I'm talking about the Blacks, and they are talking about divine femininity and divine masculinity, and there are women talking about what a woman's position is supposed to be in service to anybody, especially men. These are biblical bottom bitches, and they are leading you into the pimparchy. They're leading you into a place where you are going to be somebody's third wife or
y'all leading
concubine.
people into that. Don't do that. Now I'm on the panel.
Mute up, mute up, mute up, mute up.
No,
I'm protecting my peoples. Mute up. I'm protecting my people. I'm protecting my people. Mute up.
You're not. You leading them
Mute up. I am protecting the people from ending up some Hebrew miserable life.
No, you know that's wrong.
So we're gonna make sure that I'm making sure that somebody isn't going to be somebody's biblical bottom bitch in the pimparchy because they are some Hebrew Misraelites third wife, because they are some hotep out in the woods concubine, because they are not attached to somebody who says that as soon as a girl reaches her menses and stuff like that, she's supposed to be married off. I'm making sure you all do not end in places where you are handing men money, resources, houses, cars, businesses, panani, children, etc., with the idea that you are healing them. I implore everybody to explore, but any point in time, somebody is rerouting your healing experience into what your service is going to be for others and not how you are going to heal you, raise you, make your self-esteem, build you back to the you that you were before you as a woman went from subject to object. I want you all to have the discernment and know. Watch out for the head wrap hoes. Watch out for all the people who are like, grand rising you to death, all that kind of stuff. Watch it. And if they're saying divine feminine and divine masculine, they don't understand that the law of gender is within each individual person and they can't reach back to the hermetics. Don't listen to them. Leave the Negroes alone who don't know what the hell they're talking about. Thank you.
Man, what's up, baby? Hold on, y'all. What's up? Go ahead.
Girl, she just said all this so wrong.
Hold on. What, baby?
I told you were coming on.
Okay, I'm coming soon. I'll be out there in a minute. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go swimming. I gotta go swimming. I appreciate y'all. It was time to end it anyway. I was gonna end it in a second, but I gotta go in the pool with my babies. Hey man. Shout out to the Tapper Shappers, the super chat. That was crazy, man. Feminalities. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Oh man, that was a day. We did it for 2.5 hours though, man. We did it for 2.5 hours though. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll be back on tomorrow. All that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the best minds in the business. Everybody that joined the panel. Shawnee said the divine femininity to all right pipeline is what we witness in real time, man. That thing is strong. That thing is strong. I appreciate y'all. We out of